Will you stay no longer? Will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me, and the malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I shall crave of you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense to lay any of them on you.
Let me know of you whither you are bound.
No, sooth, sir. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. Yet I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore it charges me in manners rather to express myself. You must know of me then. Antonio by name is Sebastian, which I call Rodrigo. My father was Sebastian of Messalene, whom I know you've heard of. He left behind in him myself and a sister, born in an hour. If the heavens had been so pleased, we would have ended. But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir. Though it said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. Well, I could not with such an estimable wonder over far believe that. Yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She's drowned already, sir. Salt water. I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir. Your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare you well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am so near the matters of my mother that more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
May the gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else I shall shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so. That danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Were not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I have arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance she was none of him. And one thing more, that you be never so hardy as to come again in his affairs, unless it is to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned, if it be worth stooping for. There it lies in your eyes. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She did make good view of me, indeed so much so as methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in shots distractedly. Oh, she loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. Why, none of my lord's ring, or if he sent her none. I am the man, if it be so, as 'tis. Poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness, wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy it is for the proffer false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made of, such we be. How will this badge? My master loves her dearly, and I... Poor monster, fond as much on him, and she mistaken seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day! What thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time! Thou must untangle this, not I. 'Tis too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes. And decolio sugero. Thou knowest.
Nay, my troth, I know not. What I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early. So that to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does not our life consist of the 4 elements?
Faith, so they say. But I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. A stoup of wine, Marion, I say.
Here comes the Foley, Faith.
How now, my hearts? Did you ever see the picture of we three?
Welcome, ass. Now let's have a catch.
By my troth, the fool hath an excellent breast. I would rather 40 shillings I had such a leg, and such sweet breath to sing as the fool has. In sooth, thou wast in very excellent fooling last night when thou spokest of the pigogromitis of the Vapians passing through the equinoctial of Quibus. 'Twas very good, i' faith. I sent thee 6 pence for thy layman's, has it?
I did in pecticos thy gratility, for Malvolio's nose is no whipstock. My lady has a white hand, and the myrmidons are no bottle alehouses.
Excellent. Why, this is the best fooling when all is said and done. Now a song!
Oh, come on. There's 6 pence for you. Let's have a song.
Here's a testrel in me too. If one night...
Would you a love song, or a song of good life?
A love song. A love song.
Aye, I care not for good life.
Love song it shall be. Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting, journeys end in lovers meeting. Every wise man's son doth know.
A mellifluous voice as I am true night.
A contagious breath.
Very sweet and contagious, ye faith.
To hear by the nose, it is dulcet in contagion. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that will draw 3 souls out of 1 weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me? Let's do it! I am a dog at a catch.
By your lady, sir, some dogs will catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be, thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave knight! I shall be constrained in it to call thee knave knight.
'Tis not the first time I've constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool, it begins. Hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Good, i-faith, come, begin.
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
My lady's a Cataian. We are politicians. Malvolio's a Pegaramsey. And 3 merry men be we. Am not I consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Hilly Valley lady. There dwelt a man in Babylon, lady, lady.
Beshrew me. And it's an admirable fooling.
Aye, he does it well enough if he be deposed, and so do I too. He does it with better grace, but I do it more natural.
Oh, the 12th day of December.
For the love of God, peace!
My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have ye no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do ye make an alehouse out of my lady's house, that ye squeak out your cosier's catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, or time in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Snack up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that, though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, and you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone.
Nay, good Sir Toby.
His eyes do show his days are almost done.
Is it even so?
But I will never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
This is much credit to you.
Shall I bid them go?
What an if you do?
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, no, 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 you dare not.
Out of tune, sir. You lie. Art any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by Saint Anne, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth, too.
Thou art in the right. Go, sir. Rub your chain with crumbs. A stoup of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means to this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
'Twere as good a deed to drink a man when he's a-hungry, to challenge him in the field, and to break promise with him, and make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge. Or I'll deliver thy indignation to him by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the Count's was today with thy lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay word and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us. Possess us. Tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of a Puritan.
And if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog.
What? For being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
The devil a Puritan he is, or anything constantly but a time pleaser, an affectioned ass, that can't state without book and utters it by great swaths. The best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look upon him love him. And on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein, by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very much like my lady, your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell a device.
I have it in my nose too.
He shall think, by the letters that thou wilt drop, that they come from my niece, and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse shall make him an ass.
Ass? I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the ladder. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed, and dream of the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
Before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, true bred, and one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hadst need send for more money.
If I can't recover your niece, I'll be a foul way out.
Send for money, knight. If thou hast not in the end, call me cut.
And if I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, come. I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Come, knight. Come, knight.
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Now, good Cesario. But that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night, methought it did relieve my passions much. More than light airs or recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Feste, the jester, my lord. A fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out, and play the tune a while. Come hither, boy, if ever thou shalt love, in sweet pangs of it remember me. For such as I am all true lovers are, unstaid and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves. Hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion, my lord.
She's not worth thee, then. What years, I faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing and wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold bent. For women are roses, whose fair flower, once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so to die, even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come, the song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario, it is old and plain. The spinsters and knitters in the sun, the free maids that weave their thread of bones, do use it to chant it. This silly sooth that dallies with innocence of love, like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing!
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath. I am slain by a fair, cruel maid. My shroud of white stock all with you. Oh, prepare it, my part of death, no one so true did share it. Not a flower sweet on my black coffin shall there be strown. Not a friend greet my poor corpse where my bones shall be strewn. 1,000 sighs to save. Lay me away. Sad true lover, never find my grave to weep there.
There's for thy pains.
No pains, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir. And pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now the melancholy god protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta, for thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything, and that their intent everywhere. For that's it that always makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world prizes, not quantity of dirty lands, the parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her. Tell her I hold as goodly as fortune, but 'tis the miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir.
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that there is some lady, as perhaps there is, that hath for your love a great pang of heart, as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's side can abate the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold as much, they lack pretension. Alas, their love may be called appetite, no motion of the liver, but the palate that suffers suffice, cloyment and revolt. But mine as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost know?
Too well would love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should, your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment like a worm in the bud feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not that love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will, for still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. And yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste, and give her this jewel. Say my love can give no place, bide no deny.
Come thy ways, Signor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of the sport, let me be bored to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
Oh, I would exult. Man, you know, he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear bee. Here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we will fool him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not is the pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Get ye all three into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him. For the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close. In the name of jesting, lie thou there. For here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near that, should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on't it?
He's an overwhelming rogue.
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. See how he jets under his advanced plumes.
Slide. I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Rogue!
Pistol him! Pistol him!
Peace.
There is example for it. The lady of the stretchy married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fine on him, Jezebel!
Oh, peace. Now he's deeply in. See how imagination blows him?
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
Calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Oh, peace, peace.
And then to have the humor of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place, as I would they should do theirs, for my kinsman, Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
Oh, peace, peace, peace. Shh, now.
7 of my people, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up watch or play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches, courtesies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
Does not Toby take you a blow of the lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Hey, patience. But the sinners of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warned you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas I, for many do call me a fool.
Oh! What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
Peace and the spirit of humor intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus may she her great P's. It is in contempt of question her hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's. Why that?
To the unknown beloved, this, and my good wishes, her very phrases, by your leave, wax, soft, and the impressure her lucrece, with which she uses to seal. Ah, 'tis my lady. To whom should this be?
This wins him, her and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know. What follows? The numbers altered. No man must know. If this could be the Malvolio?
Marry! Hang thee, Brock!
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
Fusty riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
Nay, but first, let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
And with what wing the Staniel checks at it?
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. And the end, what should that alphabetical position portend? If I could make that resemble something in me softly. M-O-A-I.
Oh, I make up that. He's now at a cold scent.
Souter will cry upon her for all this. Rank as a fox.
Malvolio, what, that begins my name.
Did I not tell you he would work it out? The curious accident false.
M? But then there is no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A, Malvolio, A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
I'll cudgel him and make him cry. Oh.
And then I comes behind.
I, you and any I behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. The simulation is not as the former, and yet to crush this a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Malvolio. Soft. He follows prose. If this falls into my hand, if this falls into my hand, revolve. In my stars, I am about thee, I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. The fates open their hands. Let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be. Cast thy humble sloth and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises those that ought the sights to see. Remember who commanded thy yellow lapel ornament, and wishes to see them ever. Ever. Ooh. Dress the part of a right and proper gentleman, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, farewell. She that would alter services with thee, the unfortunate unhappy. Huh. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point de vise, the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow flower of late. She did praise my appearance, and in this she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drives me to those habits of her liking. I thank my stars I am happy. I will be strange, stout, and wearing a yellow rose, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smile becomes thee well. Therefore, in my presence still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. To the unknown beloved, this, and my good wishes, her very praises, her very phrases, by your leave wax, soft, and the impressure her Lucrece, which she uses to seal. Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know. What follows? The numbers altered. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I would not give up my part in the sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from the Sophie.
I could marry this wench for this device.
So could I too.
And asked no other dowry with her, but such another jest.
Nor I neither.
Here comes my noble go-catcher.
Wilt thou set thy foot on my neck?
Or mine either?
Shall I play my freedom at trade trip and become thy bond slave?
Ye faith, or I either?
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
Like aqua vitae with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow, and 'tis a colour she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent head of wit.
I'll make one too.